Chosen one, pause and breathe, because what you are stepping into right now is not ordinary. This moment is a divine appointment, written into your timeline long before you ever knew to search for it. You are not here by curiosity, coincidence, or chance. Heaven has summoned you. The Spirit of God has drawn you to this message because you are standing at the threshold of the greatest mission He has ever placed on a human life. Anointed one, something in your spirit has been stirring, an inner trembling, a quiet knowing that the season you've been waiting for is finally opening. What you are about to hear is not merely encouragement, it is a prophetic activation. For just as Isaiah declared, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you," that glory is now resting upon you. Chosen one, you are approaching a supernatural transfer of wisdom, of authority, of divine resources. The financial breakthrough you could not force, the doors you could not open, the opportunities that stayed locked, heaven is preparing to release them in your direction, not because you chased them, but because God has deemed you ready. Prepare your spirit. What you hear next will awaken the mission you were born to carry. Chosen one, listen carefully, because what I'm about to say will settle into your spirit like confirmation you've been waiting for but could never articulate. You are not here by coincidence. You did not arrive on this message because YouTube suggested it. You arrived because heaven has been whispering to you in ways you could no longer ignore. This is the season where God begins to reveal why certain chapters in your life had to unfold the way they did. Anointed one, you have walked through a series of moments that did not feel random, even when they were painful. Moments where people walked away without warning. Moments where opportunities dissolved just when you thought you were finally rising. Moments where your heart begged God for answers, but all you heard was silence. You didn't know it then, but that silence was not abandonment. It was alignment. Heaven was rearranging your path. I know this because I have walked that path myself. There were nights I cried out to God, asking Him why doors shut just when I had finally gathered the courage to walk through them. Why relationships I poured myself into suddenly broke apart. Why I felt unseen, unheard, and unchosen. And every time, after the dust settled, I realized something profound. God was not removing what I needed. He was removing what would have destroyed me. Chosen one, look back for a moment. Think of the friendships that faded, the opportunities that slipped away, the environments you outgrew even while you tried desperately to stay. At the time, it felt like loss. But now, with clearer eyes, you can sense something deeper. Those things could never have carried the weight of the person you were becoming. Some of you have been asking, why did God isolate me? The answer is simple, yet heavy. Because elevation requires separation. When God is preparing an anointed one, He does not let you stay surrounded by noise. He quiets the world around you so your spiritual senses can sharpen, so you can finally hear Him, not through signs, not through external voices, but through the stirring in your own spirit. I know what that feels like, when the crowd cheers for others but falls silent for you, when you keep giving but no one returns what you poured out, when you walk into rooms and feel like an outsider even when you try to fit in. But hear me, you were not being rejected, you were being refined. Chosen one, isolation is not God pushing you away, it is God pulling you closer. Those long nights where you felt the weight on your chest, the moments you questioned your path, the days you felt spiritually numb, those were the exact moments heaven was shaping your identity, your sensitivity, your empathy, your ability to see beyond the surface. These are not wounds, they are tools. And whether you realize it or not, every tear that fell was watering the ground for the mission you're about to step into. Anointed one, your awakening did not begin the day you heard a sermon or stumbled across a prophetic message. No, your awakening began the moment you realized that the pain was part of your preparation. That what was taken from you was making room for what heaven was sending to you. You are here right now because heaven is signaling that your season of redirection is shifting into revelation. Something in your spirit is waking up. Something in your atmosphere is changing. And if your heart is quiet enough, you can already feel it. Chosen one, this is only the beginning. Chosen one. As we go deeper into your story, I want you to truly understand the sacred weight of the season you just survived. Many people talk about wilderness seasons, but only a true anointed one knows what it feels like when God removes every familiar voice, every predictable pattern, every comforting distraction, until all that remains is you, your breath, and the echo of heaven's silence. And yet, that silence wasn't empty. It was instruction, wrapped in stillness. You see, when God prepares a vessel for a mission as weighty as yours, He does not begin with noise. He begins with quiet. A quiet so profound, it forces you to confront the parts of yourself you tried to avoid. A quiet so deep it reveals the fears you hid behind busyness, the wounds you hid behind strength, the longings you hid behind serving others. This is not punishment. This is divine excavation. God was clearing out everything that could not go with you into your calling. Anointed one, I know this intimately. I've walked through the very silence you're emerging from. I've questioned why the heavens felt sealed shut when I needed them most. I wondered why my prayers felt like they dissolved in the air instead of rising to God's ear. I watched others receive breakthrough while I remained stuck in the same unanswered questions. I felt forgotten. But the truth is, God never forgets His chosen. He simply prepares them differently. What felt like abandonment was actually alignment. What felt like delay was actually refinement. What felt like a void was actually a womb. Heaven was forming something in you that could only grow in stillness. The kind of spiritual depth you're walking into now cannot be built on noise, comfort, or applause. It can only be built on surrender. Chosen one, look at how the silence shaped you. It sharpened your discernment. It deepened your sensitivity. It exposed relationships that were never for you. It revealed the cracks in foundations you were leaning on. It forced you to hear the voice inside you that you had been ignoring for years. And as your external world grew quieter, your internal world grew louder. You began noticing patterns others missed. You sensed spiritual shifts long before they manifested. You felt the difference between human emotion and divine direction. That was not your imagination. That was awakening. Anointed one, heaven trains the chosen through sensory refinement. You were learning to hear without sound, see without sight, and trust without evidence. You were being conditioned to move by faith, not familiarity. Most people flee silence because it exposes them. But you stayed. And because you stayed, revelation began to take root. You may not have realized it at the time, but the very moments you felt most alone were the moments God was closest. The silence forced you inward, and within that inward turning, you discovered strength you didn't know you had, clarity you didn't know you could access, and a spiritual authority you didn't know was rising. Chosen one, the signs were subtle but consistent. The sudden discomfort in places you used to tolerate, the sudden peace around people aligned with your next chapter, the sudden heaviness that warned you of hidden intentions, the sudden clarity that revealed what no longer belonged in your life. These were not coincidences. These were divine indicators that your season was shifting. Silence was not meant to break you, it was meant to prepare you. And now, revelation is beginning to bloom. You are starting to see why things happened the way they did, why God closed the doors he closed, why he ended connections you begged him to save, why he hid you while others were seen, because now, chosen one, the silence has finished its work, and revelation is ready to begin. Chosen one, now that we have walked through your silence, we must walk into your fire, the season where heaven forged your spirit through battles you never asked for but somehow survived. No anointed one steps into their divine assignment untouched. You are shaped, sharpened, and strengthened in the places where you thought you would break. And though you didn't know it at the time, every battle was building the version of you heaven needed. From an early age, your life did not feel normal. You faced pressure before you understood purpose. You fought battles before you learned the language of spiritual warfare. People targeted you long before you carried anything that the world considers valuable. They misunderstood your heart, resented your sensitivity, and tried to diminish your confidence. And you wondered why. Why you? Why so early? Why so intense? Chosen one, here is the truth. The enemy saw your potential before you saw it yourself. Your spirit was marked long before your mind awakened to your calling. Darkness sensed your light before you were aware of it. That is why you were attacked early, because heaven assigned you early. Your destiny was ancient, even if your understanding was new. I know this path deeply. I know what it means to experience heaviness that cannot be explained. I know what it feels like to smile in public while breaking in private. I know the sting of betrayal from the hands you trusted most. And I know the strange silence from God in the exact moments you were begging him for rescue. But now I understand what I could not understand then. I wasn't being destroyed. I was being prepared. Anointed one, your trials were not punishments, they were qualifications. Every hardship trained your endurance. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every unanswered prayer strengthened your faith. Every closed door protected your destiny. You were being shaped into someone who would not collapse under spiritual weight, someone who could carry a mission larger than themselves. Look back at the patterns. People envied you before you owned anything. They competed with you when you weren't even playing a game. They spread rumors, created conflict, or distanced themselves without reason. You took it personally, but the truth is spiritual. Your presence awakened their insecurity. Your light exposed their shadows. Your authority, even dormant, disrupted their comfort. They saw something in you you hadn't yet recognized. Chosen one, the greatest battles were inward. The voice of doubt that whispered you were unworthy, the fear that paralyzed you, the anxiety that kept you awake, the heaviness that pressed on your chest. These were not signs of weakness. They were evidence that your spirit was under construction. The enemy tries hardest to silence the ones who are destined to speak. He tries to break the ones who are meant to lead. He tries to distract the ones who are meant to awaken others. And yet, you didn't fold. You didn't quit. Even when you were exhausted, you kept walking. Even when you felt invisible, you kept believing. Even when your heart was shattered, you kept giving. That resilience is not human. It is divine. It is the fingerprint of God on your spirit. Chosen one, the fire you endured revealed who you truly are. Gold is not intimidated by heat, it requires it. Diamonds are not weakened by pressure, they are formed by it. And chosen ones are not destroyed by warfare, they are trained through it. The intensity of your battles confirms the magnitude of your calling. Anointed one, you stand today not as someone who barely survived, but as someone heaven has refined. Someone who carries authority carved from suffering, compassion shaped by loss, and wisdom earned through battles no one knows about. Your trials were not wasted. They were the evidence that heaven was preparing you for a mission unlike any other. And now, the fire that once terrified you has become the fire that fuels you. You were never being broken, you were being built. Chosen one. Now that the silence has shaped you and the fire has refined you, heaven begins to unveil something much deeper, your spiritual authority. This is not a gift you stumbled into. It is not a title someone handed you. It is something you earned through endurance, through tears, through nights when you refused to surrender, even when everything in you wanted to break. Authority is not taught, it is forged. You may not have noticed the shift at first. It came softly, almost quietly, like a new strength rising from your core, a steadiness in your spirit, a clarity in your intuition, a courage that did not come from your personality, but from your survival. You began seeing through people faster. You began sensing danger sooner. You began understanding divine timing without needing explanations. This wasn't coincidence. This was transformation. Anointed one. True authority is never loud. It does not announce itself. It does not argue, compete, or demand recognition. Authority is felt before it is understood. People feel calmer around you, or more exposed. They feel guided or convicted. They sense something in you they can't explain, something weighty, something holy, something awakened. That is heaven's signature resting on your spirit. This authority didn't appear suddenly. It came from every moment you chose obedience over impulse, every time you honored your spirit instead of pleasing people, every time you stayed faithful in seasons where others would have abandoned God. Heaven was watching. Heaven was measuring. Heaven was testing the strength of your heart. And now, heaven is releasing the assignment that matches that strength. Chosen one. Your mission isn't something external. It is something you embody. It's in the way you carry truth. It's in the way your presence disrupts darkness without you speaking a single word. It's in the compassion that flows effortlessly from you because you know what it feels like to suffer alone. It's in the resilience born from storms you never told anyone about. Your whole life has been training, and now your training has become authority. But authority also comes with separation. As you rise, some people will back away, not because you did something wrong, but because they can no longer reach you spiritually. They cannot manipulate you. They cannot distract you. They cannot speak into your life the way they once did. Your clarity exposes their intentions. Your elevation reveals their insecurities. And instead of celebrating you, they retreat. Chosen one, this is not your burden to fix. You are not called to shrink so others can feel comfortable. You are not responsible for who misunderstands your growth. You are responsible only for your obedience. Walking in your assignment means you stop apologizing for your calling. You stop justifying your intuition. You stop dimming your light. You stop explaining spiritual truths to people committed to misunderstanding them. Authority means you finally recognize who you are and who you are not, and you move accordingly. Anointed one, the reason heaven can trust you is because you did not collapse when life tried to crush you. You didn't retaliate when you were betrayed. You didn't lose your integrity when you were tested. You didn't give up when you were exhausted. You kept walking. You kept believing. You kept seeking God even when heaven felt silent. That is why heaven now says, you are ready. Your assignment will not arrive all at once. It will unfold through divine impulses, through holy discomfort, through doors that open without explanation and doors that close without apology. You won't need to chase your purpose. You will attract it by simply being aligned. Your job now is not to force anything. Your job is to move when God moves. Chosen one, this is the moment your preparation becomes activation. You are stepping into a realm where your words carry weight, your presence carries peace, and your spirit carries authority. You are not becoming who you were meant to be. You already are, and now the world will see it. Chosen one, now that your authority has awakened and your assignment is unfolding, there is one truth you must fully embrace. Your mission is not an idea, it is a lifestyle. It is something you embody when no one is watching. The great mission God designed for you is not a single moment of glory. It is a continuous expression of who you have become through every season He walked you through. Anointed one. The world has taught people to chase success, to accumulate power, to seek validation, and to impress crowds. But heaven measures influence differently. Heaven does not count how many people clap for you. Heaven counts how many souls are shifted by your existence. You serve God not just by speaking, but by living. Not just by preaching, but by becoming. Not just by carrying truth, but by being aligned with it. Your mission takes shape in the way you walk into a room and bring peace without trying. In the way you uplift people with your presence long before your words reach them. In the way you navigate conflict with grace, stand firm in storms, and refuse to betray your spirit even when compromise looks easier. These small, consistent choices are what make you a vessel, a carrier of divine order in a world drowning in confusion. Chosen one, understand this. People are not transformed by what you say. They are transformed by who you become. Your testimony is written in your endurance. Your authority is woven into your character. Your calling is revealed through your actions when no one thanks you or notices. The world may overlook you, but heaven watches every step with intention. And your gifts, the sensitivity, the intuition, the creativity, the compassion, the discernment, these are not accidents. They are tools, heaven-crafted instruments that activate in the exact moment God needs them. Some of you heal with your words, some with your presence, some with your wisdom, some with your endurance. Every chosen one carries something the world desperately needs. But hear this clearly. Your mission is not to save everyone. That is where many chosen ones exhaust themselves. Your job is not to carry people on your back. Your job is to illuminate the path, not drag souls down it. Some will be inspired, some will awaken, some will resist, some will leave. None of that changes your assignment. Anointed one, serving humanity requires discernment. There will be moments when your silence will heal more than your words. There will be situations where your absence speaks louder than your presence. There will be relationships you must walk away from so your energy can remain pure enough to serve others who are truly ready. This is not selfishness. It is stewardship of your calling. And yes, you will be misunderstood. People will interpret your boundaries as coldness. They will mislabel your divine confidence as arrogance. They will resent the clarity you walk in because it exposes the illusions they cling to. But this is the cost of being chosen. You cannot carry light without confronting darkness, even when that darkness exists in people you love. Chosen one, the great mission also requires courage. The courage to be yourself in a world addicted to imitation. The courage to follow God's voice even when it leads you away from comfort. The courage to take action when others freeze. The courage to stand alone when necessary. Heaven does not need perfect servants. It needs obedient ones. And obedience will lead you to places your fear never could. Obedience will open doors your talent never could. Obedience will activate blessings your strength never could. This is why your life has been so different. This is why you always felt set apart. This is why nothing ordinary ever satisfied you. You were designed for impact, quiet or loud, seen or unseen, public or private. Your mission does not need applause to be real. It needs alignment, intention, and surrender. Anointed One, the world may never fully understand the magnitude of your calling, but heaven does. And every step you take in obedience sends ripples through realms you cannot see. Lives are shifting because you survived what tried to destroy you. Futures are being rewritten because you refused to break. Hope is being reborn because you learned how to rise. This is the greatest mission God designed for any human being, to be a vessel through which heaven touches earth. Chosen One, you are ready. Chosen One, as we close this message, let your spirit stay open because heaven is still moving around you. You did not arrive here by chance. This is your Kairos moment, the exact divine timing God chose to awaken what has been waiting inside you. You can feel it now, that quiet certainty rising in your chest, the knowing that something has shifted, that you have crossed from preparation into purpose. Anointed One, the supernatural transfer has already begun. Strength is returning, clarity is unfolding. Doors that were sealed are beginning to respond to your presence. You are stepping into a mission written into your soul before your first breath, and heaven is confirming it even now. Do not doubt what your spirit already recognizes. You are ready. You are trusted. You are seen by God. Walk forward with boldness, not fear, with reverence, not hesitation. The storms that once tried to break you have become the very proof that you were built for this. The same God who refined you in silence will now guide you into visibility. The same God who protected you in darkness will lead you into divine assignment. And if this word spoke to you, Chosen One, let your spirit respond. Share what awakened within you, stay connected, and keep walking in alignment. Your mission is calling. Heaven goes with you.